Hold on, I gotta check the stream. What was the last thing I said before I start talking?
We were talking about the chick from 90 Day Fiance who was selling her farts.
Oh, Amarath?
I guess.
Yeah, no,
Before I
that's who
start
the
talking,
person
We
oh
were
shit, hold
talking
on.
about
I gotta do this
the
shit all
chick
over
from 90
again.
Day Fiance
This is
who
so
was selling her
dumb.
farts.
And
oh,
I have to do this. I'm about to hear myself 80 times. So I have to share the screen, entire screen, fuck it. And I have to pop out this and then end stream. I have to pop this out and I can't just pop this shit out normally because it won't let me. But no, we were talking about Sydney Sweeney and stuff. So yeah, Amarath is the
Oh,
one who sold her farts.
oh, okay, yeah, that chick.
Yeah, but no,
So
I can't get upset with Sydney Sweeney for doing the job, but like I can't get upset with American Gene or whatever the fuck she was being sponsored by for having her read off that shit and act that shit out and stuff like that, because that's wild to me to get mad at Sydney Sweeney and not the company.
I think people are mad at both, but like for different reasons.
No, I know she took in the money or whatnot, but people who are on the outside don't understand how production works and like why people get hired, shit like that. You should be really mad at the hiring company and the people who hired her than the actress herself, because like she's just reading off a line, bro. She probably doesn't even follow this shit.
Mic off.
True.
And
Mic
before
on.
anybody be like, check her Twitter. I bet her tweets are probably off or it's controlled by somebody else.
I can see, yeah, I can see both of those possibilities. Um, where was, oh, to finish off the thing. Let's see. No classier than her that was selling her farts to unwanted perverts. We don't need to pretend like there's anything deeper than that. Sydney Sweetie is a MAGA racist. Racists do not deserve the benefit of the doubt. They haven't earned it and never will. I don't have enough faith in the entertainment industry to believe that she'll be canceled for this professionally, but I do think that we should boycott her whenever possible. Women have no reason to buy the jeans she endorses or anything else that they think she can get us to buy.
Wait, maybe the jeans are have bigger pockets for women, you know? Women need those big ass pockets so they don't have to put everything inside their purse.
That is kind of true.
But no, continue, King.
No, that's basically it from the Reddit post. Her name is Butter Lettuce.
We don't need to know her name.
No, I just think it's a funny ass name for something, for a statement that was like clearly a huge L.
So, have you seen the new South Park episode?
I have not seen South Park in a while.
Bro, you gotta go see it, bro. We're gonna do a part two. I wanna know your side of the fucking on the fence about this because nigga, they brought back the voice actor who played Hussam Hussein, and they just did the whole thing of him being gay, Trump being gay for the devil now. It's just hilarious.
Oh, I've seen like I've seen pictures of that though.
Bro, they made his dick so small.
Damn.
That shit was funny. Bro, they put googly's eyes on just so they could censor it.
Bruh.
Like, so they did I thought this was an actor, but it looked too good. They did an AI rendition of Trump walking through like the desert, just stripping off his clothes. And then they had this little dude talking about, "Don't give up, Trump." I was like, yo, and there's some drama behind this shit too, because all South Park did get taken down, but somehow Train them got to put that shit right back up, which is wild. And it's funny too because Stephen Colbert's what's name got canceled because of his views on Trump and shit like that, which is wild. To have like
Wait, really?
fucking yes. The writers got too comfortable talking about Trump or talking ill on Trump, and Paramount was like, "Nah, fam, get out of here." And now they were keeping that same energy with South Park, but South Park did a plea with them, I guess, or some shit.
I mean, to be honest, the only joke that they weren't able to get away with was like the Muhammad one.
Yeah, nobody's no one. One of these days, I might get some shit for this, but I'm gonna make the profit around him in V-Roy.
Bruh.
Why? I'm gonna do that shit right in the nobody's gonna see that shit either. Nobody's gonna care or anything.
Out of pocket.
But no, no, the shit was funny. Basically, everything that was supposed to be politically correct or fucking PC for PC sakes or whatnot was getting slowly removed. Cartman was upset because because he couldn't make fun of anything anymore. So NPR got taken off the air and he was just highly upset. Now he's doing a suicide pact with Butters.
Bruh.
Bro, I'm like, damn, that's hilarious.
I thought like Cartman did like an episode where he was supposed to be Charlie Kirk.
Really?
Something like that.
That's hilarious if he was, but no. He's Carmen's upset because he can't do anything woke. I can't make fun of woke anymore. Yeah, shit. PC principle changed to Christian principle. So he's CP principle.
CP, bruh.
It's wild, and I'm not gonna explain the end, but that shit's funny as fuck, bro. Cause like this episode was way ahead of its time. I wish the Boondocks came back. Oh my god,
Nah,
this shit would be
today's culture couldn't handle the Boondocks.
right. Niggas be mad, be like, why they making y'all niggas look bad? Because y'all niggas making yourself look bad.
The moment you hear Riley be all like, "Nigga, you gay," that's when they gonna get canceled.
Oh my god, right? We can't make those jokes anymore. Boo. What if they do make the jokes like, I am gay, slay? Like, oh.
I mean, they got Gangstalicious. They can do it. Now that's gangsta.
Brother,
But no. Oh fuck. But no, I'm still waiting for my groceries to get here, bro. I wonder where they at. Already 4 o'clock. But no, the South Park episode was funny as shit, bro. Seeing Trump, seeing Saddam Hussein's character being replaced with Trump and him being super gay. Bro, the devil's just being toxic relationships, and I hate it. The devil deserves better than some horny dudes trying to like get inside of his pants and being super toxic. No, but I do kind of feel bad for the devil though, him getting these super toxic relationships, bro. He should do better.
How do you feel bad for the devil?
Because, bro, he's being punked by these grown ass men. He deserves better. He deserves to have a better fucking relationship.
How?
By being with a better person, so he doesn't have to be toxic.
But it's the devil.
I know.
But it's the devil.
I know. Listen, we can't keep on making the devil toxic, okay? We need to make the devil untoxic, okay? We need to fucking give him better relationships, you know, so he don't have to be toxic, you know. Make him a better person. Have him fucking, you know, have a therapist, you know.
Not the cow.
Listen, I'm not calving right now, bro. Be like, we need to give him a better, relationship so he can be a better person, not condemn our souls to burning brimstone and all that good stuff.
Ugh. Brother, ugh.
But no, why do some people need jail?
All right, so do you remember the YouTube star Little Tay?
I just found out she had an OnlyFans 3 days ago, and I was like, ugh.
Remember when she first?
Ugh,
Yeah,
bro.
remember when she first was on the internet? She was 9 or 10 years old.
Nigga, it's been 10 years.
Well, 8 years, but
8 years.
still.
What do you mean?
Well, I think she came on the internet 8 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be 10 years.
8 years ago?
Wait, has it been 8 years ago? Okay, so she was 10 when she first appeared. Niggas
Yeah,
waited
so
actually
she was 10.
4 years to hold presidents to fucking oh, that's nasty, nigga. That's nasty. Wasn't she in some shit where she was saying her parents were treating her like shit or some shit like that?
If I remember correctly, there was like I don't remember like exactly how it went, but I do remember something about like there was like some toxic thing with like her and her father or something like that. I don't remember like the exact thing, but
Listen,
and then I think last year there was like a whole fake death thing, but
yeah. Listen, if you're gonna do shit like this, let's wait till they turn 25. Don't do this shit when they're 21 or 18. That shit's gross, nigga. Y'all niggas is gross. I'm getting sick and just tired of these people barely turning 18 and them already having OnlyFans getting millions. If I did that shit, I'd be called an e-bagger. I'll be like, pull your shit about the strip shots, nigga.
They made her a millionaire in 3 hours. That's how many people subscribed to her OnlyFans.
Niggas need to die. Niggas need to die
there was people,
extremely slow.
And there was people literally begging, like, hey, the moment it's all like, drop the link the moment you turn 18. And I'm all like, who says that?
It's either other people who are teenagers that grew up with her and that liked her or whatnot, or it's this grown-ass man my age trying to see what's under that trunk and waiting until the appropriate age, which should be 28, to fucking look at this girl nudes. Ugh, this is... I hate it here, bro. I hate how clout is, bro. Clout turns to some 8-year-old girl talking about I got all this money and shit like that, and found out that she was faking it, obvious fucking Lee. To turn out, one of her brothers controls her OnlyFans. It's not even her.
I would like, honestly, that would be like the smartest. Well, none of this is a smart decision, but
yeah, no, you're right. Still. None of it is a smart decision. But let's say if a decision is actually made by rational people, would you use AI instead of your own body?
I mean, if it was AI, yeah. But even then, just like trying to just like troll people to do X, Y, and Z is ridiculous on its own.
Yeah, doing the Bella Fiend is crazy because just because Bella the Fiend did it, just mean y'all motherfuckers have to do it too. Yes, Bella the Fiend been on Pornhub since she was 14. This is crazy. Mind you know what the fuck part is though? She wasn't doing it to like for porn or anything like that. She was just clickbaiting niggas on a porn site. Then as soon as she turned 18, came a multi-dollar millionaire, bro. She has more money than Trump right now.
See, this is why. Honestly, this is why like people don't deserve to have money.
I wonder if there's a male version of this.
I can't think of one.
Yeah, males don't put out fucking news like females. You have to send an occasional dick pic to the one who we're trying to fuck with or fucking with. Like I'm about to send in like 5 minutes.
Bruh.
What? I have a second the other day I can send nudes to.
Out of pocket.
How is out of pocket. Listen,
Because you're saying it in public.
if I was single, sending news to somebody, I'd be a creep. But since I'm quote unquote not single, fucking, I can send these news without being a creep. Just go like, ooh, dick pic, and then just go about her work day. She's gonna hear me say this and be like, nigga, what?
Just put in all your business out there, okay?
Like, I'm gonna destroy you. Listen. If we're going out, you're definitely getting a dick pic.
Bruh. Hey, yo.
What? I'm gonna send her my uncircumcised flaccid penis.
Stop.
What do you mean stop? I'm gonna keep going. Hey, just because we have a problem acting like this, we're gonna abuse it here, okay? Oh fuck. But no, yeah, what were we talking about? Oh, we were still on South Park. But no, we're still on Some People Need to Go to Jail. No. Yeah, man. Fucking, that shit's weird. I always thought that shit was weird. I'd rather wait till the woman at least turns 25. But even then, would that just be still weird if you lust over somebody who was young, wait till they get like any age past the age of 21? Would that still be weird?
Yeah.
Really? So even if they hit their 30s, would that still be weird, or would they already be more of an adult than that?
Yeah.
There has to be a limit where the weirdness doesn't even account anymore.
I mean, when you put it that way, like, you're kind of right in a way, but
Because didn't the Olsen twins do Playboy?
I think. I wouldn't be surprised.
Hold on. Childhood actresses who did not safe for work.
I mean, but then again, like, sometimes it's like a weird stigma in a way. Because, like, I think, like, a good example is, what's home chick's name who played Rudy on
Kiki
on the
Palmer?
Cosby Show? Wait, was that Kiki Palmer?
No. Kirsten. I'm looking at a list right now. Lawrence Fishburne at 10 on the exit season that recruited for an upper life. So this Rose, what's Love's got to do with it? In 1993, Oscar nominated, extremely da. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, of course we're gonna go with Disney Kids. Anyway, let's continue, fam.
No, but like, it's kind of like how it's kind of weird in a sense. Like, you had home chick who played like Rudy on the Cosby Show, and then all of a sudden, like in one of Tyler Perry's films, she's playing a prostitute.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, but she was our age, so would that be appropriate? Cause like that's like me having a crush on Laura Wilson, and then me being an adult still having a crush on the actress. But she was a teenager when I was young, so like, would that still count under that or whatnot? Like, not mind you, I know the limit should be always past 21, but when a child actress becomes 21, is it okay or whatnot? Like, what is the limit? Because like, I know somebody just turned 18, they're making OnlyFans to get this much money. Fine, get your bag, queen, but at the same time, ew.
Oh wait, actually, I know a perfect example of this. The two daughters from the Bernie Mac show, because they did make an OnlyFans.
Damn, ew.
Yeah.
That's another thing too. When you hear shit like this, you still see them has to. Yeah, no, you're right. There's no way. There's no way. Like Jennifer Tilly was already adult when I was a kid, so like she always looked that hot. I don't mind getting news of her even now, even though she's in like her late or early 60s. Fuck man.
Oh yeah,
Fuck.
Jennifer Tilly has good genes.
Jennifer Tilly could get this dick. I'm sorry, Jennifer Tilly's gonna hear this and be like, ew, nigga. Never appearing on this show. But no, let's hit this real quick. But no, yeah, some people just deserve jail, bro. That's just gross. But about children or whatnot, you want to talk about the Children's Safety Act?
All right.
So basically, and this is only happening like in Europe right now, on like basically like places like Australia, the UK, and stuff like that. Porn sites are now requiring actual age verifications through like ID verifications or whatnot, due to a law that was passed in the UK, which is the Child Safety Act and everything like that. And people are being up in arms about not being able to watch porn without submitting their ID.
You know what? I'm not even gonna hold you. They couldn't do that in America.
They did. Nigga, it's in a red state happening right now in Texas. The fuck you mean they couldn't do that in America? Like it's
Okay,
it's in several states. Hello?
Yeah, I just heard the sirens.
Yeah, I'm hearing the sirens too. That must be close by. But no, I hate that how we live inside a city like this and we're close enough to hear sirens. But no, fucking low-key, I'm actually here for getting a lot of these kids off of these websites, especially social media and stuff like that. What I'm not here for of what it's actually being used for. Like, it's not really used for like actually protect children. It's used to just monitor people on the internet. Let's say like if because like there was this show, the variety show or talk show they were talking about in I think Scotland or whatnot, where they were talking about the bill, and one of the ladies said, "Hey, this is not really used for children. It's used to monitor adults." And he's like just trying to like go around the question or whatnot. It's like, no, that's not what the fuck I asked. I asked you a yes or no question. This is actually going after adults, and it's like, yeah, sure. And like because of X, and X was monitoring migrant activity. So since they have a lot of like a lot of migrants and like a immigration issue in the UK, almost similar to what we have out here and everything like that, except less violent, because you know what I hate about media out here too? It's like when the perpetrator of somebody's white, they don't say like it's ethnicity or anything like that, or say like he's a part of like any group. They just say like, oh, this guy murdered X, right? But when it comes to like people who are minorities, they always have to push out the fact that either immigrant, a black person, a Hispanic, or just like fucking other factors that are not like common into like in white society and stuff like that. And that shit kind of pisses me off. Like, hey, this nigga is a contract worker for X company. Hey, this dude's white dude or whatever, right? But like, don't be like, oh, this so I know you heard about the whole kid being shot by trying to protect their mom from being raped by their boyfriend.
I think I vaguely heard about that story.
Ruin Lion's probably gonna cover it, or he probably already covered it. But I was sitting there listening to the story or whatnot, listening to newscaster. I'm sitting here like, why do anybody care if they're an immigrant or not? Like, a child is dead. Who gives a fuck if they're an immigrant? And yeah, that shit kind of did fuck me. That's a little side challenge or whatnot. But we're still gonna be.
I mean, go
ahead.
I guess like if I was to give like a somewhat valid reason, I guess it's to basically I guess like who to blame for X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, but
But
you want to blame all migrants for one person killing a child protecting his mom? Because not all migrants up here are like attacking people. I do not believe that statistic or whatnot until you tell me unbiased and non fucking Republican facts on what's actually going on. Versus even like I don't even see the Democrats. I just want to see pure unbiased fucking numbers. That's it. But it's so difficult for people to do that because people want to throw in the fact that a person is a minority just so they can be mad at other minorities and shit like that. Now I know it's not retaining to the Child Safety Act, but I'm gonna get back to that in a second. I just hate the fact that like adults have to suffer because of what other adults that are not doing. Like mind you, all this could be dealt with just finding parents who don't want to take care of their kids and shit like that. And also like limiting like social media websites until you hit the age of like 21 or some shit. Because in the UK, it's up to like when you hit past 16 where you be able to be on social media. Which should be a hell of a lot more higher than 16. It should be like 21. It should be like 18. It should be like one of those two.
that
Instead of like 16.
honestly, I think that's somewhat impossible now. I think we're too far into the internet age in order to like justify doing that, because now you have, in order to get a job and stuff like that, you have to have some type of social media presence or something like that.
Really?
Well, not completely, but well, I should say like just access to the internet in general.
Hey, yo, question. Are you using the right mic right now?
Huh?
Cause like I hear your fan and it's loud, bro.
It shouldn't be. I'm like nowhere near it.
Bad. That means you got the air blowing right directly to you. when you look at when you listen to the stream of the podcast, you definitely will hear yourself.
Oh, okay.
But no, now I gotta download 2 videos. Yeah, so like I'm here for it. I'm here for the Child Safety Act and all, but I'm not here for it how intrusive and how much data it's trying to take from you to see if like you're not practicing your quote unquote freedoms and like talking good on Trump or whatnot, you know?
I mean, I'm not up for like the control either. I think like controlling what most people do half the time is obviously dumb, but wasn't that like always like an assumption anyway that FBI was watching your internet activity regardless?
Well, yes and no. It depends if you flag them for something like that, right? Let's say like if I was on X talking about some terrorist shit, of course I'm gonna get hit for shit like that, right? But let's say if I was gooning on Twitter, right? I won't get hit for that. But now, since cause like, oh, to be honest, a lot of our information is already on the internet, cause what we give and stuff like that, we already give our IDs to banks and like companies like Amazon and everything like that. We already give our credit card information to like a lot of fucking sites and everything, and also through how we move and shit like that. We also give a lot of that data of like what websites and everything like that. Like, I'm quick to give my ID to VR chat just so I don't have to see kids online. That's how bad it is.
Damn,
Yeah, because
that is kind of bad.
VR chat started doing the ID identification stuff and everything, and I think a lot of gaming companies are gonna start doing that too, especially with Steam and everything. Because I don't think you need the ID to look at a lot of the porn thumbnails that's on here, but I'm not sure. Um, Yeah, man, fucking the habit just monitor others instead of like kids is kind of iffy, bro. I think we should put a census for parents to watch over the kids, and not just let them just be on the internet willy nilly like that. I think we should bring back PSAs, especially for like kid stuff, and have it be mandatory for a lot of this stuff and everything. Like they're getting rid of PBS, my guy.
I mean, I thought PBS is already gone.
No, will never be gone, bro. We have to make sure it don't ever be gone. And the person who we voted for, America, he's trying to get rid of it, and we need PBS at these times or whatnot. I also want to hear Mo yell, "Release the Trump files."
That was mainly because like during like the whole like woke culture movement, you know, they tried to like plant.
Even you used the fucking term wrong, but go ahead. No, because you know.
Okay, what do you want me to call it then?
I don't fucking know other than woke, because you know how to use the term woke.
Okay, cancel culture.
Thank you.
Okay, cancel culture.
Oh my god, bro.
During the whole cancel culture era, we have seen a lot of the LGBT, the alphabet, you know, the alphabet people,
alphabet mafia,
pretty much
right?
the alphabet mafia, pretty much try to push their ideologies inside the cartoons and everything.
Dude, the whole LGBT thing stuff has been a thing since the 80s. People only care about it now because people are seeing it on the internet, and that's it. And it's not
but
like...
it wasn't this toxic though.
What do you mean toxic?
It's all like you wasn't walking on eggshells.
Oh, I see what you mean.
On anything you say, yeah, you wasn't walking on eggshells for anything that you say and triggering people off of like the littlest thing around back in the day. You also got to remember that the only like one of the major things that they were fighting for back in the day was just to get married, was just to have the rights to get married.
Well, yeah, and also have human rights too, even though they already have human rights. But a lot of people are like, no, we don't. Yes, y'all niggas do. Y'all not 3/5 of a person.
I mean, since the early 70s when they decided that it was no longer a mental illness or something like that.
I don't remember. I don't have that history in my backlog because I'm only on straight history. I mean, black history. I'm sorry. What?
It was like you said I'm only on my straight history.
What? Am I not?
I mean, you're not wrong, but the way you tried to correct that with the quickness was hilarious.
What? Straight people have history too. I'm not supposed to talk about my favorite idol, Elvis, who's the straightest person alive. I wish I get the proper bag light, but I'm in my kitchen right now. Cause y'all niggas know I do not like Elvis. Like, why you don't like Elvis? Because he married a 14-year-old. That's why. Everybody wants to deflect that towards Michael Jackson. And I can't respect people who think Michael Jackson did things to his kids. Don't think fucking Elvis didn't marry a whole fucking 14-year-old. But motherfuckers like, why are you off the side tangent? Don't worry about it. I just hate Elvis.
Also, you can't convince me that he didn't steal his moves from black people.
No, he did. Even like people who are fans like, no, he did. You saw Chuck Berry do the same fucking move that he started doing it. Chuck Berry's a wild name, by the way. It wasn't even Chuck Berry. He was other motherfuckers. But no, yeah, I'm here for the Child Safety Act, but I'm not here the methods they're going to try to enforce the child safety rules and everything like that. Like, all this could have been done with the email to parents that parents I know still check, because I still check emails to this day or whatnot. Just like put in incentives where like, oh, if you keep your kids safe on the internet and off these, you get like a certain amount of like discounts or some shit, or you get like shit for school for your kid or some shit like that. But a lot of parents, don't want to be taught how to parent because they believe they're not bad parents. Even though we have a shit ton out there, a lot of parents don't like to be told that they're terrible parents.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like a generational thing at this point.
Why? We learn how to be parents from our past generations, so that's why we have like a whole generation of fucked parents who didn't know how to take care of
I
their
mean,
kids.
is either that or you ever heard of what do they call that shit? It's basically the thing where you go like low to no contact with like your parents or something like
No
that.
content. I'm doing that with my parents or my family,
Yeah, because
which
like
I don't talk
there's
about
a
on here
lot
for
of
reasons.
because like for a prime example, like the whole thing about like working your kids. Wait, what happened?
My fucking headset just went loud for no reason. Finally, I caught this shit on stream now. Now I can check why it does this shit. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was about to say, like, for a prime example, you have the whole whooping. Oh, there it was the whole whooping thing. For a prime example,
Yeah, us getting
uh,
whoopings.
yeah,
Didn't
you
tell, didn't
basically
even
have a
tell us
whole.
why we got in, like tell us why we in trouble, but use abuse. Dead ass.
Yeah, you see, like some people who doesn't believe in whooping their kid. Some of like the newer parents and all that don't believe in like whooping their kids because they believe that leads to mental issues
It
or
does.
trust
What do
issues
you
or
mean?
anything else like that. It depends on the type of whooping.
Nah, bro. Whoopings. It's a thin line between whoopings and abuse, bro. And that line is super thin. It's almost like fucking breakable at this point. You poke that line, and shit shatters.
Okay, what were you? Okay, where would the where at any particular point would the whooping be considered abuse?
When you start putting your hands on children who just doing kid things and not explaining to them why this is bad. No, you just beat them and fucking be done with it. Especially like if you're a person with learning disabilities too, or any kind of disability, or the other person who's beating you don't understand that this is a disability. That's when it starts turning into abuse.
Okay, I can kind of give you that one.
Because there's a lot of motherfuckers, especially like motherfuckers who not our parents' generation but our grandparents' generation. They don't understand that like how the mental work and just take that as oh whoop his ass, or just take it as oh he learned from his what's the new collar or whatnot. Let me keep whooping or whatnot. Now mind you, I was a bad kid, but it got into the point where I was getting punched in the face. That's how bad on my end it was.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, at that particular point, yeah, that is kind of excessive.
But like putting your hands on kids just because they're being a kid is kind of fucked up in my eyes. Like I would understand like if I was stealing, if like fucking I got in trouble with like breaking something or something like that, or I was bad mouthing my mom or some shit like that. But for like getting a whooping just for like fucking doing kid shit, um, is kind of weird in my eyes. That's not a form of discipline. If it was a form of discipline when you were growing up, fine. That shit's. I think that shit's weird. But like, if you don't understand how like new shit works or whatnot, you can't perform a lot of old tricks for like you can't do a lot of old shit for like new generation of shit because you don't understand what that generation is going through or anything like that, right? So, uh, doing that will fuck them up and will force them to do the same things that they did because that's what they taught when they were little. Now, there are some outliers there that won't discipline their kids, even if they're acting fucking like not like kids or acting super fucking terrible. But there are some parents out there that will discipline their kids that are acting like kids or whatnot, and they won't put their hands on them just because they're being kids.
True.
But like saying like whoopings always work, sometimes that shit don't work, bro. But I don't know. I'm just talking out of Donald. So I don't know how everybody else is treated. Probably got less whoopings. I don't know. And it's funny too that we make jokes about that shit, which is fucked. Everybody had that trauma
I
of being
mean, when you
getting that belt.
I mean, when you think about it, like a mass majority of stuff, a mass majority of jokes do come from trauma.
Crazy, right?
Very crazy.
But no, I say there should be better disciplines for kids out there for not to go on these websites and everything like that. Like, mind you, I know, like, growing up as a kid, how enticing a lot of this shit is or whatnot. We all grew up as kids. We all should understand how kids work, even though we don't understand how kids of this generation works.
True.
Oh shit, it's hot as fuck in my house for no reason, bro.
I mean, it's hot as hell outside.
Oh, I just opened my window. It's a thin line between love and hate.
I'm
no.
still debating on whether or not Martin Lawrence deserved what he got in that movie or not.
No, he was fuckboying, bro. He sort of deserved what he got, but he should have been smart and realized that this bitch is yandere coded.
True.
But no, what do you think about the Child Safety Act? Hearing a little bit that I gave you.
I mean, I honestly want to know like how restrictive it is, because I want to know like what it I want to know like what it like affects per se, because
So YouTube's gonna hit it in a unique way where if you have any kind of patterns that relate to like anybody who's like a kid, let's say like if you're a fan of Pokemon, right? So you watch the occasional Poke tournaments and stuff like that, something that's considered kids would watch. Or let's say you watch something like what's that new cartoon with the clown?
new cartoon with the clown.
Yeah, the 3D one.
Digital Circus?
Yeah, let's say you watch like a shit ton of Digital Circus and Skibbity Toilet, right? But you're over the age of like, no, I'm serious. But you're over the age like 21, 23. You would still get hit as a child, and you have to submit an ID because how the AI, because how the algorithm works. And we all know YouTube algorithms fucking suck, so they're gonna put bare bones to this shit and just push it out there. So like everybody's gonna probably get hit. That's just one of the examples. Another example is just giving out straight IDs, just straightforward. When you visit the site, it will hit your IP, and if you don't like submit anything in less than like I think 15 to 30 days, I think you gotta get re-verified or locked out or some shit like that. In other words, there's a time limit to a lot of shit. Luckily for me, my algorithm's fucked, so it's not, so it's gonna try to able to decide what I don't watch. And since my account's a legacy account since 2006, yes, that old by the way. I've been on this platform for 20 years. Still ain't got past like 200 fucking viewers. Crazy, right?
Damn.
But no, so like, are you for the getting kids out of here? Like, what do you think about it? Like, how they gonna implement it?
It's a complicated gray area, because on one hand I wouldn't necessarily mind it, because let's be real, I didn't realize until like seeing somebody do like a video topic on it that like a lot of people started their pornography journey like very young, and that's a very huge issue.
Yeah, I started
But
watching
at the
porn, not on the internet, but like actually like watching porn. And I was like, what, 8 or 9? It wasn't like the magazines on the ground either. It was actual porn, fucking what's it called? Because we used to live in Lakewood a long time ago when there used to be the racetrack. Now there's just two stadiums there. Which, by the way, I saw that shit and I was sad because that hotel that was there now is just gone.
true.
Yeah, I thought my internet went out.
Nah. No, I had to think for a second what the hotel it was.
Yeah, the Big Blue Hotel. That's the first hotel I've ever been to that had actually they bring your food to your room.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was a great hotel. That's the first time. That's the first time I had chicken and waffles too.
Oh, were they good?
Oh, they were fucking delicious, nigga. Nigga,
The
the waffles are like Eggo waffles. They were like thick ass like waffles, bro. You know, like the big ass waffles they hate having at Roscoe's.
Belgian waffles?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sadly, they didn't have chicken strips like how they had at chicken and waffles. They had the normal like crispy shit, but that shit was still delicious, nigga. First time as a kid ever eating chicken and waffles. But no, we were at Child Safety Act. But yeah, it was this hotel, and I had my own room because it was two rooms that was split, and my parents had their own room, right? But I had a little TV on my end, and it was able to catch the signal of the porn. So I was watching porn in black and white for days, nigga, days.
The oldies.
But nah, fam.
Where you hear like the saxophone.
Nigga, where like the fucking porn? The jazz was crazy on those porns, nigga. Nigga, the jazz was fucking going crazy, bro. And then every single woman that was there was fucking fugly, bro. Then everybody was hairy. That was a gross part too. I wonder when they start shaving or whatnot, because like looking at that hairy, goopy pussy is attractive, but seeing that shit as a kid was like, ew, nigga. And then the facials were wild, bro. And it's funny too, because I wasn't even exposed to porn on my own. It was another person, little girl by the way, who showed me this shit. I'm sitting here like, ugh. Oh, watch some more of this. But no, fucking yeah, man. I was supposed to at a very young age. Luckily for me, my mama's husband actually explained to me what the birds and the bees is by showing me more porn.
That sounds somewhat counterproductive.
He didn't know I was already watching this shit. That's the thing. But no, yeah, still shit was wild when I was growing up. But no, like even having kids, even having like porn, I mean kids on social media should be a bad thing too. Cause I used to do text-based roleplay. I still kind of still do text-based roleplay with one person. Um, but like it's too many. It was just too many underage people in the text-based role-playing scene or whatnot for me to have to like, actually like fucking step out of here. Be like, there's way too many young kids here and whatnot. And that's what actually got me out of doing like text-based roleplay and leaving social media, to be honest. Because like there's too many children around, like too many adults, bro. They're not being supervised and shit like that.
True.
Like they don't even like, even if they're being told like you're fucking with a dead ass pedo to their face, be like, no, he still loves me though. Be like, he's not like that. Be like, bitch, you're 14, nigga. He's 32. What do you mean? This thing is 3 times your actual fucking age. Fuck out of here, bro. But
To
no.
be honest, I'm not super surprised at it. Like playing Call of Duty all those years and realizing that you run into kids more often than you think. It
Yeah.
makes sense.
No, for video games, like like I wonder why like these governments never go after military shooters, but they go after non-military shooters, as if those are one are corrupting kids.
Hey, they gotta train their future soldiers somehow.
That's another thing too. I think going to the military should be at age 21. What?
I think. Oh, okay, so
Boot camp starts at 14, by the way.
yeah, it does, huh?
You have to go on ROTC before, right after you get out of middle school. So like,
Yeah, Raven was in ROTC.
word, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder where he's at, so we get actual explanation of this. Because I only did like, even though I was an aide, like usually like grabbing like usually chilling there waiting to like grab the assignment sheet and like take it into the office or whatnot and like put it inside the mailbox and all that shit. I used to do all that shit, right, for like 3 different classrooms. I still have to like still, even though I wasn't supposed to be like dressed in like outfits or whatnot, the kids who were there still have to dress in that shit for the whole day, bro.
Fuck.
And then when they go on field trips, it's to like a boot camp or some shit. Luckily, I didn't go because I was a nigga on the side, so I'm like, look at these niggas. Like I could never understand like indoctrinating people that young. I think people should get into it right after you do. They actually like give people a choice of either going to college or military.
Actually, now that I think about it, do you think like the military trying to like recruit people is kind of predatory in a way?
The way they do it now,
like
yes.
because like you do see like a lot of those like army, like those army recruit things like in low neighborhoods and whatnot.
Yeah, I have some notes here saying I'm here for it, but also my second note is what is this about? What it is, why it is it, and is it a good thing for kids and not for adults? Um, yeah, a lot of those fucking shit that you try to push, especially on Americans or whatnot, is just too subliminal, like to a point where like I'm recognizing it. Like, because the whole thing about subliminal messaging is nobody's not supposed to recognize it. You're just supposed to be subliminally like hypnotized into doing said thing. But now, since like there are people out there who able to recognize this shit because they've been online or watching TV or doing said thing for X amount of years, you're able to see this shit and it's fucked how they doing it too. Like especially on Twitch, like niggas love the army on Twitch. Niggas love that military dick.
unless unless you Frogan.
Oh, stop. Have you caught up with any of that bullshit?
I heard something about she's like, I don't know if she responded yet, but I heard something she might default.
Default?
Yeah, that whole lawsuit with H3H3.
Yeah. So basically, bitch vanished after being served. Like we don't know what she did with the money. We don't know if she's still streaming. We don't know nothing. She just up and disappeared. Which she's probably doing the smartest thing by doing that.
From what this dude called Legal Mindset, I think that's what his name is.
Yes, I watched Legal Mindset.
Yeah, he was saying that like she just basically goes back to square one.
What is it that you send? Hey, you God! I want to see like a newer version of this with the guy with the same looking face.
Oh, like if they were like to reboot the Goonies?
Yeah, like everybody's older. I don't know if he died or not.
Well, they had the Asian kid. I can't remember what his name is. He was in a movie recently. It was that one about like the assassin who became a real estate agent.
That's cool.
Which I still need to see that movie because the trailer of it like looked interesting.
But no, let's get back to the Child Safety Act before we talk about Sydney Sweeney again. But no, what has extra? Wait, Sloth Fratelli has extra genes. Stop. But no, I'm here for the Child Safety Act if it keeps children from being like indoctrinated or fucking indoctrinated to how social media is, especially how women and men are supposed to look. I'm here for Child Safety Act if it keeps young men away from like red pillars and like becoming like misogynic. I'm here for the Child Safety Act for people of the toxic part of the alphabet mafia, not indoctrinating kids to do stuff instead of letting them naturally become what they want to become. I'm here for the Child Safety Act for like people who are grown trying to get into children's spaces, and trying to say like, oh, I'm here to protect you and shit like that, even though they're really not. I'm here for getting a lot of these kids off the internet until they actually turn the age of 21. But that's just me though, because it's gonna be up till 16 because that's where you have to get exposed to shit. But like, let's say if your child does have a social media account, it is for the parents and they're doing the shit right and stuff like that. I think like people who are not parents should be penalized for what people who are parents should have been doing in the first place. But I'm also not here for is just like how intrusive of your life that you have to give them in order to like view these adult sites and stuff like that. And nobody ain't got time for that. Now, mind you, this is only a British thing right now. It's not going to be pushed worldwide, even though there's already a couple of states that's out in the United States that's actually pushing this, which I feel is fine. But I'm also don't trust like putting my stuff out there, not because I'm a goon. Mind you, I have my ID on Pornhub. Deadass, I'm verified on Pornhub just so I can keep my videos up there.
Verified gooning is crazy.
What? I got sick and tired of sending women who likes me dick pics, so like I just linked them to my fucking Pornhub. It was that easy. What? It's not like my dick changed over the last like 15 years. That was a joke, by the way. But no, dick change for 15 years is crazy. But no, like mind you, my ID's already on. Like mind you, if I go to Pornhub and find out I have to still resubmit my ID after doing all that shit, I'm gonna be highly upset, bro. I'm verified for a reason, nigga. I don't have to do this shit. I did this shit early. It's been years. My door open?
Maybe.
It is. But no, with that said, what's the last topic on your end?
Oh, talking about the two gotcha game stories.
Oh yeah, so what's going on with Gotcha Life?
A
Yes, I mean
lot.
that game. But so, I'll say, what's going on with ZZZ?
All right, so ZZZ, we were in it like I mentioned the last time because like the story just came out not too long ago when we had the last podcast. We're entering what is supposed to be like quote unquote the Scooby Doo game.
What?
But yeah, so there's like a faction called like the Spook Shack that's all about investigating. And
Wait,
because
wait! The Scoop Shack? Like Scooby?
no Spook.
Spook? That is a racist term.
Yeah.
I can't. Ah! No way! No way! So spook is a racial term actually out here. I forgot who it's pertaining to, but I think it pertains to either white people or black people. It's one of the two.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That's the first time I've ever heard of it.
Look it up, bro. It's real.
Oh shit. Oh, this actually.
Yeah, Alcorn's enthusiasm just went down after hearing that. I'm sorry.
Alright, there we go.
Hey, wait, that's hot. Hold on, I'm currently making my meal right now of a fucking double fucking chicken sandwich with a lot of spinach, a lot of that sauce I made with some onion rings. All right.
Let's see. Spook can be referred to per Spook, a Nigerian fashion designer, or it can be used as a racial slur to refer to black people.
Oh, so it's black people.
Huh. Oh, that's the first time I ever heard like Spook being used as a racial slur for black people.
Yeah, that's because it hasn't been used in decades, nigga. Like last time I heard spook being used was in the 90s. But no, continue. So what happened to us was with the spook group?
Yeah, the Spook Shack. All right, so apparently
Yeah.
apparently the story actually takes place before they actually, before they actually become a group. So shortly after the events of the previous patch, you now basically have to go into you have to basically become the representative. Both you and your sibling have to basically become the representative for you quit Summit in order to I guess you're supposed to be like a fill-in because like
I
Yu
ain't afraid
Jling
no
is like
ghost.
doing something. So you're introduced to a few people. You first bypass like a character who is supposed to be like one of the leaders of the defense force, and then you run into a rabbit girl named Alice Timefield that is also supposed to be a fill-in because she's getting blackmailed and everything else like that. Alice is basically what's like the best way to describe her?
Her name is Malice.
No, Alice.
Alice.
Um, so basically, she's scared of every single little thing almost.
Adorable.
Like, yeah, which is kind of adorable. Like a pencil could drop and a pencil could drop and she'll know where the noise will come from. She'll probably like jump up and everything. And then
Wait,
there's
wait, wait, wait,
also,
wait. Is she a hybrid or is she human?
well, she's a Tyrant.
What is a tyrant?
Basically, it's just like a regular human, but they have like just like the animal ears and tail.
Okay. Is she an adult?
Not really.
Cause she was like a goat. It would be funny because like you know how there's a certain type of goat that if you startle it, it'll just lop over.
Actually, I'm not even surprised at that. That kind of reminds me of the what's that one snake that just like if you frighten it, it like plays dead or something like
Oh, I
that.
love that snake because I hate it at the same time. Apparently, give it Gatorade. Like a fighting your character. Why are her ears like that?
Honestly, I never looked into why her ears is like that, but they're always like that for some reason. I wonder if like it's based off of whatever like rabbit she's supposed to be.
She's a rabbit?
Yeah.
Of course she's a rabbit. She has different color eyes.
Yeah, I like what do they call it? Heterochrome?
I think that's what it's called.
Yeah. I like those type of eyes sometimes. So honestly, one of the more interesting features about her is her belt because it makes like different facial expressions depending on like what type of how she's like actually feeling, and it actually comes in handy from time to time in the story because there's like a couple of times where she tries to act tough, but like the belt emotion is like her being scared.
Aw. So the belt is shows her emotions. That's so dumb.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is that on purpose because she can't show emotions, or?
She definitely shows emotions and everything else like that. I think that's just like a feature they wanted to put on to make her look more moe or something.
Yeah, I hate it. I understand she was like monotone and did all this shit, but she's not monotone.
True. I mean, it made sense when they did it with Trigger because like most of her like because like her eyes is covered up and everything else like that, so they need to find a way to make her expressive. And having like the LED lights show different emotions is pretty much like a good way of doing it.
Just like they did with
But
Hondu from Watch Dogs too.
I think so.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So she dropped something. One of the siblings basically picks it up, and then she basically like runs away and everything else like that because she's in a hurry for something. Fast forward to like later on, like after the banquet and everything else like that. She sees like a glowing green light come from her hotel room, and when she opens it, she sees like a raccoon with like skeleton paint on it that basically like scares her to death. She basically becomes so scared she goes all the way to to the summit like at 2-3 o'clock in the morning and tries to wake up like the siblings and everybody else
So she's a
that
Shaggy?
wants to investigate the place. I know, like somebody actually did make like a picture of like what everybody is supposed to be, and apparently they made her like the Velma.
Mic on.
Yeah, pretty much.
Didn't drop her glasses at all.
True. Well, yeah, that's a sad thing. None of them have glasses, but I guess she's supposed to be the Velma representative. But anyway, she basically goes to the summit. She wants somebody to investigate and refuse to go back into the room. So they decided to wait a few hours, and then like when everything is like when the sun is up and everything, they'll start investigating. Well, turns out that she's like in either a 2 or 3 story building and everything else like that. So they're basically trying to investigate how somebody climbed 2 or 3 stories up in the building to, pull this prank. And it basically turns out that obviously somebody, painted the skeleton thing on the tanuki or the raccoon or whatever, and they use like a whole like forklift, or not a forklift, but they use like a whole lift thing in order to get the raccoon and all the special effects up there in order to do so.
So it was a legitimate prank.
Yeah, pretty much. It was just an overall prank. So as they're walking and trying to like go back and stuff like that, they see like the raccoon, and all 3 of them stand there for a second looking at each other before the raccoon starts running away. After Wise and Alice is over there chasing the raccoon, they run into Minato, that's just right in front of like one of the shops and everything else like that. And out goes the second character named Yuzuha, which Yuzuha is pretty much a brat in a way that loves doing pranks and like spooky stories and everything else like that. Turns out she's basically the owner of the raccoon, which the raccoon is supposed to be the Scooby-Doo of the squad, even though like the raccoon can't talk. But basically, she decided to pull a prank on Alice because of something that had to do with like her stepfather's business. Because it turns out that she's adopted, which you don't learn until like a little bit later. And then you also realize that like her adopted brother is Minato. Even though they both have like red hair, you would have thought that they were legitimate siblings. So, of course, like Alice gets like all pissed and everything else like that because it actually turns out that Alice is the last of her family. So in the time field family is basically supposed to be one of like the richest families that is dealing with like tops and everything else like that. Um, so basically, um, Alice is leaves because she has to go do some business and everything else like that.
Uh-huh.
And you talk a little bit with both Minato and Yuzuha, and it turns out that like one of the porcelains that they sell at the shops and everything else like that, that something was wrong with it. So they decided to go to like the beachside part of the area where a lot of the kids know like Yuzuha and everything else like that. And she, basically starts asking, about this porcelain because it has like ethereal energy and it has like miasma in it or in everything else in it. So they wanted to know where like the porcelain comes from. Alice is over there like basically like stalking them and everything else like that, and eventually decides to like join their party and everything, and all that. Eventually, they get to one of the house where you actually run into the lady from the defense force because it turns out that the lady from the defense force is friends with the person of the house that they're like visiting because it turns out that like it's a mother who father served in the defense force and died, during the whole thing of New Eridu, the fall of old Eridu, I should say. And she basically like goes up, check on her and everything else like that because she's like a single mother now and stuff. So basically they explain that like the ocean that's like right next to that's like right at the B side and everything is fueled with like a lot of miasma or something like or ethereal energy and something like that. So she basically said, "Hey, I'll give you like a test for a prime example because no matter what you throw into the ocean, it's going to always come back on shore." So for a prime example, they had like a toy gun,
Now you put
and she
cement
shot
on
like
it.
a she shot the thing into the ocean, and then like it came back 20 minutes later because they were trying to figure out like the rotation pattern or something like that. Anyway, it turns later on they sneak into this fast forward a little bit. Well, actually, no. Before we fast forward, there's like a little small detail that they basically talk about. Um, Yuzuha basically explains that she is like some type of quote unquote like princess that basically washed up from shore or some weird stuff like that. There's kind of relevance to it. It's like a weird segment of it though, but it's kind of relevance to it. So they figure out that like one of like the buildings that's like nearby and everything else like that is a facility that like the Exaltus are doing experiments at. So they decide that like they're going to try to infiltrate the place like the next morning. So they have this little sleepover, and Yuzuha talks about that she has a lucky charm because it turns out that stop.
Jokes. They're jokes. I don't know even how old the person is. So 100% jokes. Nothing serious.
So what is it? So basically they have like a little sleepover. It's like it's like both of the siblings, Alice and Yuzuha and everything else like that. Alice tries to get her belt off, but it kind of gets stuck. So Yuzuha pulls out like a pin a hairpin that she modified. That's kind of like a lockpick or something like that, basically. Yeah. And I shit you not, it's supposed to be a character that comes from a show called Sailor Boo.
What?
That
What?
It is a Bang Boo that literally has Sailor Moon's hair.
And you said this is from a show called what?
Sailor Boo.
Like imagine.
Well, it doesn't. Well, actually, it
By the
doesn't
power
have
of the
like
moon, boom,
exactly.
smite thee.
It doesn't have like exactly your hair, but it has like the shape that you can tell it's a direct reference to Sailor Moon. And it was funny because they showed like the Bang Boo prior to like showing what the actual name was, and I was like, you know what? They had like the option to make the name is Sailor Boo, and then they actually named it that. So Alice basically asked Yuzuha where did she get the hairpin because she used to have a hairpin like that, and she basically like lost it. She lost one of her hairpins and everything else like that. And Yuzuha basically said she found it like in the middle of nowhere or something like that. And Alice basically tells like this story and whatnot about her father. So basically, it turns out that like her father and her went to a facility like a long time ago to check on like stuff that Tops was promoting and everything else like that. And she lost a hairpin like somewhere throughout the tour. So when she told her dad after getting into the car that she lost her hairpin, her dad wanted to go in and try to find the hairpin. Her butler basically like took her home, but right before she left, she was like, "Don't
Wait,
come
did we explain
home."
this is gonna be a big spoiler for people who haven't played this part of the chapter yet?
Yeah, kind of, not really.
Damn, this nigga's like, yeah, fuck spoilers.
I mean, the thing came out like 3 weeks ago already.
Really? How do you know people haven't played that then? I thought we were giving it 2 months at least.
That is kind of true, but yeah,
Oh, those
like
little niggas are adorable.
So,
can you kill them? No,
nah, that's supposed to be your ally.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's one of the playable Bang Boos.
That's a Bang Boo?
Huh?
That's a Bang Boo?
Yeah.
Why'd I give him such a name? No, but I see what you mean by Sailor Moon coded.
Yeah, you could definitely tell it's Sailor Moon coded. So it turns out that after she told her father that, it turns out that after she got home, she got news that like her father died like in a car crash and everything else like that. And basically, she, obviously has regret because the last thing she said was, "Don't come home until you find the hairpin." So of course, Yuzuha basically cheers her up, saying it wasn't your fault and everything else like that. But you could tell she was like a lot more defensive about it than she should have. So after that, they basically like go to bed and everything else like that. And after waking up, they stormed the facility that they found, and they're going inside the vents and everything else like that. And it turns out that one of the things that the Exaltus was basically was working on and everything was this sacrifice ethereal that kind of looks, yeah, I guess you can kind of sort of say it looks similar to Turbo Granny, but it turns out that the ethereal basically has like a whole healing factor to it. So even if you were to damage the ethereal, it will like regenerate, it'll regenerate really quickly and everything else like that.
Yeah.
So they run into it, and then of course, when they realize that they can't really beat it, they decide to escape they decide to escape through like one of the wormholes and everything else like that. But the moment they got through the wormhole and escaped completely, they got surrounded by like a bunch of the Exaltus and everything else like that, which knocked all four of them out. Eventually, um, after whichever sibling you choose, which is either Wise or Bill, whichever one you choose, they wake up. They're in a cell with Yuzuha and Alice, but they took Minato and started, interrogating them, with obviously beating them up, of course. So they eventually found a way to like escape through the facility. And then after like escaping the prison cell and getting to like where Minato is, they basically rescue him, and now everybody gotta basically try to escape this facility. Now of course like they don't know where they're going except for Yuzuha, which turns out she knows a good escape route, because all of the other routes, it turns out, was being guarded, and they wanted to use an escape route that nobody would notice, like that they escaped and whatnot. So as they're like escaping and everything else like that, an explosion happens, and one of the doors basically like breaks down, and it looks like the breeze of the door was going to hit Wise, but Minato jumps in at the last minute, basically taking it like a champ. However, this obviously like damaged him and everything. So now he's like, mostly, he's coughing up blood and everything else like that. So they go to the escape route, and now once they get to the escape route, now comes the question why Yuzuha knows where the escape route is, and why does she know her way through the facility and everything else like that. Well, after getting they have to basically escape through a river, so of course they get like some logs and everything else like that to go through the river. Right before, so Minato and whichever sibling you choose basically goes into the river, and then Alice is about to go in, but right before she goes in, Yuzuha decides to stay in. So you basically figure out that the facility was doing a whole project full of test subjects, and one of the test subjects escaped, and that test subject turned out to be Yuzuha.
Okay.
It also turns out that the reason why she has the Sailor Boo hairpin is because that is the same one that Alice actually dropped. So what happened is that Yuzuha, when she was little, was obviously, getting injected with like stuff for, because she's obviously a test subject, and she found like a small door that she was trying to keep a secret from everybody, which was basically part of the bottom of the vents. So she crawls under there where nobody's looking, and it turns out that like around this same time, Alice and her father was basically walking by, and her hairpin accidentally drops inside the vent. Well, no, this is basically what happened in the flashback. Basically, that was like the series of events that was happening. Her hairpin accidentally dropped into the vent, where then Yuzuha finds it. But after looking at it and picking it up, she starts to fall asleep, because it turns out that the dose that they gave her was like way too strong. So she like falls asleep in the vent. But by the time she wakes up, this was also around the time where Alice's father was going back inside the facility to figure out to find like the hairpin and all that.
Okay.
So once he looks under the vent because he thinks that is under there, he sees Yuzuha. And he wasn't aware that they were doing test subjects or anything else like that. The whole test subject thing was supposed to be a thing strictly for, kept away from the public and everything else like that. So he basically tries to rescue Yuzuha, and everybody basically figures out that, there was like an escaping test subject and everything else like that. So he basically goes the exact same route that they were basically escaping from. And once he got to the river and basically had her hold on into a log until she washed up on shore, he basically got murdered and everything right after. So basically they tried to use him dying in a car accident like as an actual accident, when in reality they just basically murked him so no information won't come out. And basically when Yuzuha on that sleepover figured out and connected the dots, she was like, oh, so I'm basically the reason why like her father is, basically dead and everything else like that. So she decides to stay behind because she thinks that if she stays behind and reveals that she's the missing test subject, that they'll let her friends go and basically it's all like and basically have them not pursue them anymore. So that's basically what happened after Alice, Minato, and I'm just gonna use Wise since that's the one I'm using. And Wise basically showed up on shore. They're met with my most favorite squad, Obel Squad, which is also part of Defense Force and is also the same fraction that both Soldier 11 and Trigger is in. They basically are asking questions and everything else like that. And we're introduced to two new Obel Squad members that's going to be part of like the next patch. The first one is Seed, which is basically like this gigantic robot dude that actually turns out it's a mech that like a girl inside is, controlling. So you basically figure that out. And then the second one is Orphe, which is like this dragon chick that's kind of like very timid and everything, but she has like a tail that actually talks and has like a gun at the end of it named Magus, which is like the actual leader of the squad. Wait, hello?
Mic on.
I'm here. I'm just muting myself because I'm in the bathroom taking a mad shit.
Oh shit! Okay. All right, but yeah. So yeah, basically, it's like a whole gun tail and everything else like that. So basically, Alice wants to go back in and actually tries to save Yuzuha, and they need to figure out a way to like sneak in again, but because they snuck out, they're now on high alert. So they basically try to get one of like the members of Tops from the previous patch to actually what is it? They basically get him to try to like bargain to get away inside.
Okay.
So after like the whole like after like the whole exchange and everything else like that, Obel Squad basically Wise, Alice basically goes in to basically save Yuzuha, and they basically like get close and everything else like that, but now they have to fight that same ethereal from earlier that basically look like Turbo Granny and basically has, regeneration
So, does she have the same tit size as Turbo Granny?
Did Turbo Granny have tits?
Yes.
Tit size?
She had big old bitties.
Not really. Yeah, not really.
I hate this, bro. They keep refunding my shit, bro.
Hey, yo.
No, I'm just trying to get groceries.
Oh. Oh, that's why you're trying to get them like delivered and all that.
Yeah.
But everything else is like pretty straightforward. They basically have to fight the ethereal. Jing Wang comes in, saving the day at the last minute to help them out. They successfully get Yuzuha out, and Yuzuha and Alice basically has like a small reunion and everything else like that. Once like the whole rescue mission is done and they like left the place and all that, because like they planted the place with like explosives to try to get rid of that ethereal and whatnot. So basically that was kind of like it, like after the rescue mission and all that. There's not really too much else other than just like filler. So yeah, that was just like the beginning of the Spook Shack, and then there's like a whole like mini event where they all go to like the beach and whatnot, because you know it's summer.
Yeah.
But so that's with ZZZ. Now on to HSR, where we finally
what is
have
HSR again?
Star Rail,
Alright, bet.
in which we actually get a somewhat decent story this time. So basically the way this one starts is finding, what is it? It's finding the Trailblazer. They're confronted by like one of the bots and everything else like that. That's what is it? That's basically like looking after Amphorius and everything else like that. So after this like long ass conversation, it turns out that it's a lot of things starts getting confirmed now.
Okay.
They start confirming that there was a loop that was happening overall in Amphorius. They actually finally reveal that like the Flame Reaver is supposed to be another version of Finan, and that Finan is supposed to be like the overall anomaly of Amphorius in general. So after, you know, basically after learning all that and trying to you know, stop all the events and everything else like that, let's see.
Take your time, man.
No, I just needed to search a specific thing. Okay, so basically, and this is going to be a somewhat hard explanation, which is understandable for anything that has to do with time loops or time travel or anything else like that. Basically, um, they're trying to reach this thing called the Era Nova, because the overall reason for Amphorius' existence, like I mentioned a few podcasts ago, was because this one robot named Rupert was basically trying to make the human race extinct and replace them all with like robots and everything else like that.
Okay.
And after the first one died, the second one came out and was basically trying to do like the exact same mission. There was a bunch of beacons that you know he launched and everything else like that. And the Genius Society decided to not only exterminate Rupert, but also try to get rid of all of the beacons. But one of them they accidentally missed, which turns out to be an Amphorius. Amphorius is basically also trying to make a new Lord Ravager, which is basically part of the Aeons, basically like the gods and everything else like that. And all of the other Aeons is basically wanting to witness this birth of the new Ravager. And basically by doing that, they basically need a bunch of data that comes from Inforius, because that's where the new Lord Ravager is actually happening. This is basically we're now entering what we consider the Era Nova cycles, which is basically the amount of cycles, amount of times Inforius kept resetting, because it actually turns out that Inforius, the whole entire planet, is just one big computer program.
Oh,
And
so it's like that
everybody,
one stuff that was happening in whatchamacallit, what's that shit called with the fucking tower defense mechanic? What
the
was it called?
tower defense mechanic.
Yeah, they had Rainbow Six Siege has a couple of guest characters.
Oh, Arknights?
Yeah, was you explaining? Oh, was it Arknights or was it something else from Holioverse? Because you explained that something was like another Matrix or whatnot, like it was dreamlike and like the gimmick of it was like gambling.
Oh no, that's also in Sorrel. You're talking about the
Okay.
Pentaconi part.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
talking about the Pentaconi part.
Yeah, I'll listen.
But so basically the Flame Chase journey in general basically turns out that no matter how many times they do the journey, it just ends up with Amphorius getting wiped out and everything else like that. And thus another cycle happens and everything keeps resetting. It turns out that the number of cycles that kept happening, well, that's not the actual number. Where's the actual number? They went through over 33 million cycles.
Okay.
In each cycle, every time they do the Flame Chase journey, it turns out that like they keep losing to basically this thing called the Black Tide, which the Black Tide is also the thing that happens during like every cycle and everything else like that. And they had to repeat that over 33 million times. So, basically what Finan needs to do is basically reset the cycle and try to see if he can somehow try to change the fate of everything through each cycle. But in order to do that, he has to kill and get the flame core to like this one pink hair chick. You know, because she's like supposed to be like she's supposed to be like the time titan, I think. And basically try to reset all of the cycles. So so he did exactly that. He had to kill the Flame Reaver version of himself, and then he had to kill her, and then thus trying to redo the cycles. And then he tried to do a little bit of a different approaches, like try to tell Avgly and them ahead of time, you know, what was going to happen and everything else like that. And he still gets the same result. The Black Tide basically ends up, you know, murking him. He ends up going to like the original place where he learned about all of it, and then he has to reset the cycle. And bro, they make you go through. It's all like you start to see from as like he's going through like the different cycles, you have to start killing off all of the other chasers and everything else like that. So they basically make you go through this whole entire thing like it's the genocide version, the genocide route of Undertale, where you basically have to now go through, you know, killing each and every one of them, only to figure out that you keep It's all like, and only to figure out that like the loop basically failed and you have to reset once again. Because he kept have to constantly kill his friends off over and over and over again, obviously this gives him like a small mental breakdown where now he's not speaking full sentences, he's only speaking, some words at a time and everything else like that. He starts to become more emotionless, he starts in everything else like that. And just like Ocarin from Steins Gate, Homura from Madoka, Subaru from Ray Zero, restarting the or even like Rick kind of did the same thing too, right? From Rick and Morty. Yeah, just like all of them where their personalities started to change and everything else like that. It was kind of sort of the same thing happened in the final. So he gets right to the second to last 33 millionth cycle loop, and if it turns out that the thing that was supposed to change the entire loop this entire time was the Trailblazer. But it wasn't just the Trailblazer that was supposed to change it, it was also March. Because it turns out that March is also actually came, or I guess like the way to describe it, she kind of sort of comes from this universe. I mean, she kind of comes from that planet and everything else like that, and she's supposed to be her and the Trailblazer is supposed to be the two that basically makes the loops complete, like breaks the loop cycle and everything else like that.
Yeah.
So yeah. Pretty much everything else is kind of like self-explanatory and everything else like that. It kind of basically ends on a cliffhanger, where they're on to like the final loop and the Trailblazer like finally joins in. And March is supposed to eventually join in with like a new evil counterpart or something like that. So yeah, that's basically the new version of Star Rail and everything else like that.
Okay. Well, no, man, that's why. That's wild, bro. So, like, why both stories? Are they just similar now, or like, nah?
Not really. I kind of realized because here's the thing about like all like the Hoyo games, they did like an interesting thing, I guess, because like let me think. For a prime example, for the new ZZZ patch, we're in the second half of the patch, and then I guess like I think next week we're supposed to have like a live stream revealing everything for the next patch. But a couple of weeks ago, we had the new patch for Genshin, and next week we're supposed to have the new patch for Star Rail.
Mm-hmm.
So if you play all three Hoyo games, every 2 weeks we're supposed to have like a new live stream and a new patch, pretty much. It loops perfectly in a way. So, and the reason why I decided to do like both of the stories at the same time, because we do like the podcast like once every 2 weeks, and I think like both of the stories was like self-explanatory, where I can explain it in a short amount of time, instead of like spending like a whole hour trying to just like lore dump everything.
I don't mind the lore dumps, but like you can't cut it in half. Because when I lore dump, fucking, it's usually long, but like usually I end up mixing up my words and shit like that and forgetting shit. You should honestly start doing videos of this shit. Just call it lore dump or whatever.
I mean, that doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Probably not. You were doing it before, weren't you?
I mean, yeah, but like the lore dump started to get like a lot harder to. it started to get like a lot harder to keep up with at a certain point because it's like a huge yap fest 90% of the time. So it's kind of hard to remember like all the details.
Yeah, just take notes on key points and stuff like that. That's what I've been doing for when I be like watching or doing research or whatnot, or just watching videos. I'm gonna start taking notes and stuff, which has been helpful because I took a lot of notes for this next topic that we're gonna talk about, bro. I had 2 different topics I typed in the side chat, didn't I? In the chat, didn't I?
Let me see.
Oh, wait, or K-pop Demon Hunters. Oh my god, K-pop Demon Hunters.
I mean, I heard like very good like things about it. Is it actually good or?
I didn't like being. You know how I don't like being sung to in films. I hate being sung to in fucking films or whatnot. Like this shit was just a singing fest. I think we ended up watching Trolls after that, and that shit, baby, that shit was even worse.
Oh god, yeah, I can understand that.
I'm gonna give my short review on K-Top Demon Hunters. That shit's a 5 out of 10 for me. The fact that I like how fucking the relationship between the demon hunter and the demon worked out, but all this could get did with a fucking sentence or a conversation, cause like the whole thing is like just hiding shit. That's all what it is. Being secretive and hiding shit and not be open with your bros and or girls. Though the stereotype of fucking of fucking Korean boy bands is on point. That shit had me dying.
Oh, I saw like somebody do a what is it? They asked like one of the YouTubers that I follow like a question like who would win in a boy band between them and whatever the name of the boy band from Turning Red was.
I never watched Turning Red, so I won't be able to tell you.
Oh. But yeah, that's how I knew about the boy band.
Is that a seed? No fucking way. No, it's too soft to be a seed. Damn. But yeah, so basically the story is, and spoiler alert for people who haven't seen it, oh, we're female demon hunters that are awesome and amazing, and we have to kill demons because it's that easy and shit. Look how strong we are as women, and it's actually pretty funny. Some of there's a spirit animal that I have in this series. I don't think this is made by Koreans, more like Americanized than Koreanized. But like, I heard a lot of people like it, especially like one of the male characters, which looks like an actual actor, which actually was an actor. But like, it was just funny to me how the stereotype of how American C boy bands are. Like that whole boy band nigga with his hair covering his face. It was funny as shit. I was like, I've seen that before. But no, 5 out of 10 for me. Good animation. Terrible plot I've seen like many times before. But with that said, you know what grinds my gears actually?
What is it, Peter?
Cancel culture. Yes, we're talking about cancel culture again. And guess who cancel culture is trying to cancel now?
Who?
Marky Moo.
Marky Moo.
Yeah, Markiplier.
What did Markiplier do?
That's what I've been trying to figure out for the past 2 weeks. So I think let me copy paste this so I could get my notes. Oh, I think it's about like him doing artwork and stuff like that.
What? Artwork? What type of artwork?
AI for a thumbnail, I think. Here, let me see if I watched this Omni video real quick. I think I did. No, I didn't. No, I liked the video. Yeah, so basically it was over AI art.
Oh. Okay, even though AI art is bad, I don't think you should be getting canceled over it.
Yeah, they're trying to say he used thumbnails, even though, like, I believe he showed the art or whatnot. But you know how people are. Like, the same thing with Korean Kenshin. And it's funny, too, because you can't... Like, I find it funny that Markiplier is damn near uncancelable.
Because there's nothing to cancel Markiplier over for.
Probably over people being fat, you know. Probably how he treats, how everybody treats Wade. Wade shouldn't be treated how the way people treat him. Wade is an awesome man and needs to be treated with respect. I just spit on my hand from doing that. But no, yeah, he's being canceled over AI art. I think this is foolish. Cancel him for something real, like for his political views or whatnot. But even then, I think it's stupid canceling somebody just because you assume that they used AI. Like, mind you, that people could put up the fact that, oh, fucking Jacksepticeye hates AI and think the shit should be dumb. But then again, when it's your friend, you don't say anything about it, which he didn't really say anything about it. I think people here are just being stupid just because they can, and they should stop trying to counsel people just because you have different ideologies than another person or whatnot, right? If you dislike somebody, dislike them, it doesn't mean that you have to counsel a whole person who hasn't did anything wrong.
At the same time, the AI art, you said it was supposed to be for a thumbnail, right?
I think so.
Mic off.
If it was just supposed to be for a thumbnail, then everybody's stupid. Everybody to complain about it is stupid.
Well, the thing is, the art is actually real art. That's the thing. It was just people accusing him of using AI art. Also, another person was being canceled is Joey Swole.
Oh, that's what I forgot to talk about. I forgot to talk about the Hulk Hogan thing. Yeah, actually, Joey Swole. I heard he came back like a couple of days ago.
Yeah, I think he all because he was like, hey, Hulk Hogan passed away. Rip, GG's. He was my inspiration while working out. And everybody just got on like, you know, Hulk Hogan's racist and he's a Trump supporter. I hate it here. Niggas is trying to cancel Joey Swole because this nigga cancel so many other niggas. So many other niggas. Like, the women who hate Joey Swole's like, look, he likes Hulk Hogan. Cancel this nigga. It's like, man, even though Hulk Hogan has said some racist shit and he has endorsed Trump, Hulk Hogan is my childhood. Even though I don't like that nigga, I'm not gonna put that nigga down just because others don't like him. Mind you, he's still racist in my eyes.
My thing is this. Honestly, I can appreciate what he's done for wrestling,
but
that's basically like where the confliction goes. But if I was, if I was to say that on social media, people would still call me a coon over it, which is fucking stupid. Okay.
No, understandable because nobody understands the context of where you're coming from.
Because that's the whole problem with the whole Hulk Hogan thing in general. Is just that, like, the whole black community in general is just, oh yeah, anybody trying to say like RP to Hulk Hogan is basically Samuel Jackson's character on Django.
Hold on. I'm about to do that shit. Oh wait, that's right. I logged out of Twitter. I can't do it. I keep on periodically logging into Twitter, but like I'm pushing myself slowly out. This is why I hate logging into Twitter, bro. Cause I'll see some shit that I like and I'll just get a hard on for it for a couple of seconds.
Bruh.
But yeah, they're canceling Joey Swole for fucking liking Hulk Hogan and shit. Which I think it's weird because he did something positive because of Hulk Hogan, which I don't know why he's getting canceled for. Like, yeah, I acknowledge that he's racist and shit, and he should get not be in the Hall of Fame because of that shit. But like, it is what it is. He worked with half those niggas, so. I'll try to say that exempts him for anything like that. He's still racist in my eyes. Didn't he apologize though? Was this like in 2010 or 2014 when he said it?
He did. He did. A lot of people didn't like it because it kind of felt more like rehearsed than anything.
Of course it's a wrestler.
Now, the thing that kind of also got me conflicted is like a couple of years ago, he did become a born again Christian.
Okay.
I mean, people are still going to, at the end of the day, you know, it's all like people at the end of the day are still going to still hate him for, you know, all the racial remarks he basically said.
He only said one thing, didn't he? Or is there more?
No, it was just that one time, and it was supposed to be like a private conversation.
Oh. Motherfuckers got him slipping. That's crazy.
Pretty much. So I just look at this situation more as the separating the artist from the art type thing. That's how I kind of see like the whole Hulk Hogan situation.
Did he use like actual ER or this is talking like?
Yeah, he used the actual ER.
Oh, I hate it here, bro. Why I gotta be Hulk Hogan? Why it got to be Hulk Hogan? I hate it here. Just ringing in the back of my head.
Now, at the same time, the only reason why he said that was because he didn't want black people dating his daughter.
Really?
Yeah.
Probably what it is. Like, I don't want that big black cock around my child. Over here, Hulk Hogan mad at BBC, Oh, that's wild, bro. All right, and so the next person on the council list is Mudahar.
Oh, I did see something about that. I don't know, like, what the main reason he's getting canceled for, but I saw like, wait, was it because of like the whole like engineer thing?
That and they're trying to say he's a convulsed. He's trying to say he's a pathological liar and stuff like that, and how he abandoned his friends. A lot of other shit, bro. All because he put on the Chris Chan medallion.
He put the Christian medallion on?
No, that's just seriously fucking cursed, nigga. Like, Mulahar's status was on the same of Jacksepticeye's, him saying like a little bit edgy shit, him being against this little shit, and the occasional actual drunk fuck up, right?
Right.
And now, fucking, ever since he put on the medallion, I marked the date on Blue Sky. Ever since he put on the fucking medallion or whatnot, look at all the shit that's happening right now. Man, if anybody ever sends me a fucking Chris Chan medallion, I'm gonna take it as a fucking threat and calling the cops. Like, if I ever see that kind of shit, you know what I'm doing? I'm taking the package and I'm throwing it right in the trash. No pictures, no nothing. Niggas won't even find out if I touch the shit or not. It's like that's just actually fucking cursed, my guy.
At this particular point, I definitely believe it's cursed.
But no, they had a good run with their podcast or whatnot. All it took was just drama and shit. If people didn't really give a fuck about the chat-based stuff, which came and went, nobody got canceled from that shit. Nobody got their justice served. The only reason why they went after Nuxtaku is because they wanted to go after him because he associated with fucking because he tried to associate himself with fucking with Shadman, which You cancel every fucking artist on Newgrounds if you're gonna do that shit. Then,
True.
like, cancel the guys who made fucking Smiling Friends, because they know fucking Shadbase has a person. But no, we go after next Taku, a person who's a degenerate goon who occasionally show people lolicon on fucking hentai or whatnot. Which, by the way, I'm really getting sick of hentai too. That's another thing that's grinding my gears. It's either NTR or fucking lolicon that's coming out right now. They bought a part 5 of a hentai that I didn't even know that was out. That's a loli, and I was sitting here like, I hate it here, bro.
Bruh.
Like, out of all the fucking hentais, why does it have to be a loli or an NTR one? Just give me my fucking male character trapped in the hospital with a bunch of horny crazy bitches. Just give me that, please. That's all I asked for. Ah, shit. But no, that also Korean Kenshin still beating the allegations by holding the record for not saying anything. And I hope that record keeps going. Let's see. The H3 stuff is still going on. I talked about a little bit about that. Apparently Frogan's fat ass disappeared. Let's see here. I think that's it for counseling. I haven't watched anything from Album and Preach. Oh,
Yeah, I actually haven't.
hey, fucking fucking, I totally forgot. Evo happened.
Oh yeah. I saw some of Evil. I didn't see the whole thing.
Bro, fucking a whole bunch of stuff got revealed. Saga got revealed. 2SKOs probably gonna get oh my god, my back itches. Ah, shit. Eeh. I hit my back itch, I can't reach it. Ah, there we go. Don't you hate when you have to scratch your back and is that like a place that you really can't reach? Like it'd be like a finger joint away and you can't scratch it like at all. Oh shit.
Just know that modern problems require modern solutions.
Panty and Stockings back, by the way.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, me too. Let's see. We talked about King of the Hill. Yeah. Honestly, I'm just sick of cancel culture, bro. Guilty until proven innocent until otherwise. Bro, I hate it here. I understand that like people want to hate on the motherfuckers or whatnot just because of one little thing that they did, but you need more than just saying this dude's using AI artwork. You need more than just having a random chick having to crash out. We need more than just somebody saying they're giving their respects to somebody who passed away or whatnot. Like people on the internet give a fuck way too much about what other people doing with their lives, and I'm the same way with that, because every fucking time I see some drama shit I sit there and just laugh because it's just funny as fuck because it's entertaining or whatnot, and I hate it.
It definitely sucks.
But also, you know, people are upset that people who openly admit that they're fascists are getting money like that. How come those people are not getting cancer or whatnot? How come it's only the people who motherfuckers dislike or whatnot? I find it kind of fucking weird how cancel culture works or whatnot. I keep on saying whatnot.
That's because people throw around the word fascist so much that it like kind of lost meaning.
Yeah. This shit sucks. Oh, it sucks. It sucks really, really hard. All right, fucking that's it for all the topics I have. You got any more topics, bro?
One I need to look more into was apparently like this this place in Houston closed down because it was supposed to be like So basically, it was supposed to be like this beauty supply shop in Houston that closed down in its grand opening day because there was so many people outside that the police had to get called, and they got shut down for 8 weeks.
I see.
I need to look more into it because I don't know what the hairstylist that owns the shop is known for. Because I can't find much. His name is. Let me think. I was looking it up the other day. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Fuck.
God.
Yeah. Take along. Oh yeah.
This is not an Eminem album.
Oh, finally Jade. Hey, Deadass, I want to see what weapons is. I've been seeing like a lot of stuff about the trailer and everything like that. Like a bunch of kids just running out in a certain pose, but I want to see what weapons actually is about though. Apparently, it's also a Fortnite event, which is weird.
It's a Fortnite event.
Yeah.
Bro, what is dude's name? Okay, I can't find the dude's name.
But no, man, council culture is getting annoying, especially people being surrounded. Like honestly, that guy on Surrounded should have been canceled anyway. You don't openly admit that you're a fascist. Are you retarded?
Oh, the dude that was on Jubilee?
Yeah, not the not the first dude, but the dude who was debating that dude talking about, yeah, I'm a fascist. Nigga, lose your job.
Yeah, and his
Dumbass.
job got taken. Oh, I know what we forgot. Did you hear about the Dr. Umar thing?
When he's begging for money?
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened with that, nigga? I thought he'd been out of school.
Bro been saying that he was trying to build that school for like 13 years now. Or I think it was 13 or 15 years, one
He
of the
doesn't
two.
have Kanye money, that's why. Like, mind
Over there
you.
talking about.
Go ahead.
Over there talking about, can you get the snow puppy, not the doo-doo, on Dr. Umar's school?
Hold on. Where is it? I have it in here somewhere. Is it this one?
Is a strong, independent black woman who needs no man.
Did I remove it? No, it has to be somewhere here. I know it is. Hold on, where is it? Big black man, no. I have a lot of fucking thing here. It should be here somewhere. I know I fucking have it, bro. It's not in here. Maybe it's here.
Is a strong, independent black woman who needs no man.
No. All right. No.
Black Queen
There it is.
Black Queen forever! Black Queen forever!
I don't see it here. Where is it?
You just played it.
No, I'm talking about on my Steam Deck. I'm looking for it on my Steam Deck. I can't find it. But yeah, Dr. Umar Johnson is fucking. Where's Tariq Rashid? Why don't Tariq Rashid help this nigga?
I don't know.
And also,
But
isn't
apparently,
Tyreek Rashid's like fucking Hold on. That's hilarious.
what?
Oh god. Step bro, I'm stuck.
No.
But no, fucking, how long were we streaming for? I know it's less than like it's been 3 hours. So yeah, canceling culture is getting out of hand for this month or whatnot. Like he's at the start of it. Though we still should be canceling Trump because fucking he's gonna like probably have Ghislaine Maxwell out by the end of this year. You know that bitch got moved to a minimum security prison, right?
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Bro, I just hope she snitches after this, bro.
She probably is.
Be like, it was these niggas at here at 8 o'clock with these nigglets. Nigglets.
Nigglets.
But no, fucking yeah, I'm looking forward to like a lot of the fighting games that's coming out pretty soon. I will be playing the Invincible fighting game. Cause that actually looks fucking fun. How about you, bro?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to both the Marvel and that one. See Viper, kind of looking forward to a little bit. I haven't seen Cyberpunk yet, so I don't care too much for Lucy, to be honest.
Man, I'll bang the shit out of Lucy, bro. And Rebecca. I'll fuck the shit out of Rebecca. I spent her
Everybody
house my
will
dick.
for
Like,
Rebecca.
ooh. I gotta start doing short people dirty.
Everybody and your mama like Rebecca.
Well, Rebecca is the tomboy everybody wants, okay?
True.
It just so happens that she's short. But no, fucking Sonic and Tim's is crazy. Nigga, who the fuck is running full speed in Tim's?
Bro, somebody runs full speed in Tim's. That dude's a dangerous person.
Bro, you know somebody kid who liked Sonic, one of some Sonic Tims who works at this company, bro. This is for somebody's kid, bro. There's no like I'll definitely wear the shirts. Cause it's like something you got from the Guardian supermarket, swap meet. But that's wild, nigga. How you going fast in Tim's, bro?
Gotta go fast, B.
You gotta go. Yeah, son. What is bun?
Gotta go fast, son.
Gotta get that nigga Robotnik. What is bun? We gotta get to the bodega.
Gotta do it the Aki way.
We can't be racist on here against New Yorkers, bro. Like that bitch Amy B, she be mad on my shit B. Toes over here
All
cooking
Sonic is
cocaine.
missing. All Sonic is missing is a do-rag and a black and white.
Yo! Nah, he's wearing not a shiesty. What they call that shit? What do you call those coats that New Yorkers be wearing? Not hoodies, but the other one shit.
I know what you're talking about though.
They're not like Letterman jackets, but they're just Letterman jackets or Letterman jackets or whatnot.
I never knew what those coats are called, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Over there, gonna be looking like Wesley Snipes. over there shooting somebody while singing TKO.
Over here playing New Jack City in the background. Like Knuckles over here smoking mad ganja, nigga. With the fucking New York fitted. Fucking Silver
Oh
here
yeah,
wearing a shiesty, nigga. Act like a YN.
he got the dreads for it.
Fucking aim over here practicing fucking what's that nigga name? Flavor Flav talking about, yeah boy, I'm gonna get that dick Sonic, yeah. Not gonna get away from me, Sonic. But I wanna get out of here, cuz.
Yeah. Yeah, we could do that.
This has been episode 187 on Slop. See what I did there? This is episode 187 of the HotSticks podcast. Alec Carline, where can we find you at?
You can connect on YouTube and Alicorn Line on Twitch.
You can find me at UBDoombot on Twitter and Doombot UBVT. Yes, I know that sounds like a lot, but that's where you can find me on Twitch or whatnot. If you're not already here, you know where our links are at, which I gotta fix, by the way. I haven't fixed those links yet. So my link might go up to like a incorrect link. Also, I'm mad. Fucking, I gotta wait to get my groceries. Oh, my groceries. But nah, that's episode 187, and we are out of here. Alicorn, thank you for coming, fam.
No problem. Anytime.